So this right here is the Citroen Basalt SUV Coupe. Now, well, coupe, it's up to you the way you want to pronounce it, but that's it right there. From the side, you can see that nice sporty sloping roofline, and that is definitely one of the highlights when it comes to design on the Basalt. Obviously, it's got a very nice sporty stance, and I think overall the proportions look great, and they've done a fantastic job in terms of the overall design allocation. I'm just going to move around to the back first because frankly, for me, this is the angle that is truly the winner on the Basalt. And you know, when you view it from an angle like this is what really tells you that you've got your hands on something that's different. Yes, it is a mid-size SUV, but you're getting your hands on something that's a little bit more stylish, something that stands out in the market and definitely gives you a sense of pride and substance, because we're talking about, you know, fine attention to detail, as you can see with the rear lights. You know, this entire 3D effect is something that is pretty outstanding. The rear contours, the way that the lines are done, the top of the boot over here, almost spoiler-like. And you know, when you view it, you can see that you've got nice contours happening back here. So it gives it a striking, sporty line. You know, you just take a look at it. It has got a lot going for it when it comes to design, especially from the rear three-quarter angle. And like I said, this is the most striking angle. But other elements, of course, you can see that they've done a great job with the way that the roof slopes down, given a nice, neat look to it. You've got a shark fin antenna, which is a nice added sporty touch to it. Even this element right here, I think this little integration towards you know, the glass house coming down like that, it brings out that sloping roofline. It pronounces it. It does a great job in bringing out that element of it. So again, like you can see, that Citroen does a lot when it comes to design, giving you something that's edgy, something that's sporty, and definitely a standout looking vehicle. I mean, just look at it. Isn't this something you'd love to have in your garage? Nice sporty cladding along the doors. And as you move back to the front, you've again got great contours and character lines happening on the fender, on the bonnet. So great stuff all around. Up front, you can see you got projector lights. You got these nice DRLs, the double chevron badging that has chrome lines that sort of flow towards those nice DRLs. And of course, the standard Citroen sort of front grille, which looks good on the Basalt. I think from a design perspective, it really stands out, and you do get a lot going for you there. The Basalt does ride on 205/60 R16s, so that's the tire size. We were talking about nice diamond cut alloys. Here you can take a closer look. Well done. They look great, and I think they add to that sportiness. Again, the way that the wheel arches are done, you know, that squared off look is again something that's very SUV and very sporty up there. Now, looking inside the cabin, what are we talking about here? You know, we're talking about brilliant sense of space and great allocation for all passengers. So that's the number one thing that gets you about the Basalt. I think from a look perspective, this is very much in tune with what we've seen on the C3 and the EC3 or the C3 Aircross. But at the same time, it's nothing to complain about. I love this textured look on the front console. You've got a nice polished bit of chrome over here, a very functional usable glove box. I have the automatic version, so this is the automatic variant. But I'm just going to hop in and show you a couple more things. So over here you've got wireless charging, and it's got an anti-skid pad. Of course, you've got your AC controls, all of that. You get USB charging, but I like this accessory, no? It looks great with the Citroen badging on it, and with that you can do your Type-C charging. So that's something I would definitely pick up in today's day and age. You got a nice armrest. The armrest moves, so you can adjust it to what you need it for. The steering wheel, again, I think it has a nice sporty look and feel. flat bottom and feels great. You know, I think nice and chunky. You've got steering mounted controls. You've got a digital screen for the driver, so your information display is all digital. You can toggle between a whole bunch of features there as well. So, you know, you can mess around with it. Check out different features that you can tool around with. 10.25-inch display. The flicker is my camera, it's not the screen, so I'll just be clear on that front. But it's got wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, and of course once you're connected you've got navigation, all of that. The screen is really nice. It's a wide screen, so, and it's very easy to view from the driver's side as well. So that's something that's definitely a big boon out there. But when it comes to the cabin, the main bit is the back seat. Now, when you have a sloping roofline, you're expecting to lose quite a bit of headroom, but I think Citroen has done a fantastic job in terms of space allocation. And you know, when I'm seated back here, I'm actually going to chop in a shot of me sitting back here in that seat right there, and you will see that I've got ample knee room and ample headroom. And this is despite the driver's seat being where I would have it where I'm driving. So I'm 6'2", so you can just imagine that it's been set up, and yet there's this kind of leg space over there. So you do get rear AC vents, which is definitely something that everybody needs. You've got the armrest with cup holders in the back. You've got these very cool headrests that have these wings to support your head. If you should take a nap, you won't roll around too much. And I think that's a well thought out thing. But the number one thing that Citroen did think out was thigh support. Because for a lot of people, when you're seated in the back, you tend to bend your knees a lot and you lose that thigh support. But right down here, put your hand in and pull. And this adjusts your thigh support. You can actually move it to different positions and then put it back down depending on what your need is. So I think that that is something that's really well thought out and something that's very cool that the Basalt comes with. Last but not the least is in terms of the interior and space allocation, that is the boot. So opens nice and big. As you can see, the entire rear glass goes up and the notch. And what you do get access to is 470 liters of boot space. We're talking about you getting in a ton of suitcases in here. You can easily do family trips, road trips, whatnot, and you got that kind of space. You got a full spare down here, which is again something that is quite easily accessible, but and it's always good to have a full spare. Now coming to what you get underneath the hood and with engine power. So the Basalt, it benefits from having the PureTech engines, which are 1.2 liter units. There's the natural aspirated version, which is about 82 PS of power is what you get. And what I have right here is the turbo version, which delivers 110 PS of power. And like I said earlier, I've got the automatic, so that does about 205 Newton meters of torque. If you do go in for the manual, that does 190 Newton meters of torque. Now I've been driving it around, I've been taking it around here in Goa, and I can tell you that this is one fun machine. And I think Citroen has something special on their hands. It's something unique, something that's different, and it is striking. Like they like to taunt about is the fact that it is India's first SUV coupe for the mass market. So we're talking about a brilliant looking machine that's got great lines, well appointed interiors. It's big on safety too, because we're talking about it having 6 airbags as standard across all variants, ESP, TPMS, ISOFIX seats for the rear, for mounting the child seats. So there's a lot going for it in safety as well. Plus we're talking about a really robust build. So Citroen has put in a lot of effort to get this one right. And I think it goes, my first instinct is to say this one is a winner. Having said that, if you do have any further questions about the Basalt, I do have a review out on the channel as well. But if you still have questions, feel free to get in touch with me, drop me a comment below, and I will get back to you. That's my promise and the MOTORSCRIBES promise that we answer every question that comes in on our channel.